Take a look at this article. Suicides are spiking among young men, according to an article written by the Washington Post with analysis by Rachel Rubin with research by the McKinsey Board. Why is it that shit like this happens? Why is it that it is happening right now in an age of abundance, prosperity, and convenience? Why is it that a lot of young men feel so purposeless and anxious in life? Why do they feel directionless in life? The answer to that question is a quite complex one. But before we go into that, let me ask you a very simple question. Let's say a man and a woman is there. Both of them are facing mental health issues. Now, which one is more likely to receive support? You might have already guessed it, the woman, right? The woman's much more likely to get support from their family, their friends, and their peers compared to the dude. Let's take this, let's say the woman goes and asks help from their family or their friends or their peers. Probably she's going to receive responses like, oh, you poor baby, let me help you out, or it's okay, take a break, or something like that. Most likely positive. When it comes to the dude, right, they're going to receive responses like, man, what the fuck are you talking about? Man up, get the fuck back to work. Why are you crying like a little bitch? You're supposed to be a man, right? Depression, anxiety. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? You're going to probably receive responses like that, most likely. Now, the whole narrative might be seeming sexist, but it's the cold, harsh truth, man. Shit like this happens. That's why Will Smith is now a fucking joke on the internet. He's facing a lot of mental health problems, but he's being treated as a joke right now. The man is suffering, yet people are laughing at him. That's how seriously men's mental health is being taken. With that being said, let's get back to the main issue at hand. Why is it that a lot of young men feel so purposeless and directionless in life? Well, it's because of, quite simply, technology. Now, you might be thinking, well, what the hell are you talking about, Sino? Surely technology has a lot of benefits. It's true, technology has a lot of benefits, but as with anything in life, it has its own pros and it has its own cons. The pros being access to information that has never been seen like before. 30 or 50 years ago, you couldn't go out there and do a simple Google search on how to become rich and get access to so much information, on basically how to become rich. You probably had to read a book or go and seek out a mentor who's doing already well in life and business, which was pretty hard to do for a lot of common people. So usually you have to go to a good college or some crap like that, Now you don't need to do all of that. All you need to do is go out there on the internet, go on YouTube, or go out and read a couple of blogs or books online, web articles or things like that to add to your knowledge. YouTube is a gold mine filled with knowledge for a lot of people to get started on their journey of financial freedom. You can build wealth from your home, you can talk to women from your home, and you can do basically what the fuck ever you want to do from home. You can monetize your passion. There's a whole lot of shit that you can do because of technology that you would have never done 30, 50 years ago. That's the power of technology, man. But the negative problem is the addiction. That's right, the addiction that's being caused. A lot of young men are addicted to social media. It's so addicting to just scroll through, Instagram reels or YouTube shorts because the whole interface is designed in such a manner. It's designed to, fire off as much dopamine as possible in your brain and keep you addicted to the platform. That's why a lot of young men and a lot of young people's lives revolve around social media itself. They're just craving for that They're just craving for that, comment or like or subscribe or something like that. Now, you should like and subscribe to my channel because, hey, I just need to spread the message, right? We need to spread the message, guys. Now, with that being said, there are so many young men and women and whatever gender you might want to call addicted to social media because of how the whole thing is designed. A lot of people's lives are revolving around social media even. That's how the social media companies are having you, wrapped around their thumb, basically. With that being said, let's move on to the next issue: porn addiction. Yes, a lot of young men are addicted to porn. Now, already porn is a pretty addicting thing, right? You know, now you have masturbation added to the top of it as well. Porn and masturbation come together to form a very deadly combo. Yeah, that's right. Porn and masturbation come together to form a very deadly combination that ruins the lives of a lot of young men out there. Now, what I said before was a slight joke, but porn and masturbation is a real problem. It's not a joke. It's ruining the lives of a lot of young men out there. Sexual energy is one of the most powerful energies that a man could have, and you're just dissipating all that energy into a tissue because of porn and masturbation. That's right. The reason why we do anything in life as a man is because we have some purpose associated with our existence. The highest purpose being self-actualization, and the most basic purpose being reproduction and propagating our genes to the next generation. In order to propagate our genes to the next generation, you need to basically nut inside a woman, right? Cream pie or something like that, man. You need to do that in order to make her pregnant and get a baby and continue your lineage, so to speak. And you can't do that by just busting nuts onto a tissue paper. Well, that's why you get a high a dopamine blast in your brain, so to speak, when you bust a nut, because your brain is tricked into believing that you are doing what you're supposed to do in life, which is reproducing and propagating your genes to the next generation. But the real thing is you're just busting nuts into a tissue paper. That's right. So that's why you feel no more drive in your life, and continuous addiction to masturbation and just rubbing your dick out basically causes a drop in testosterone as well, decreasing your drive even more. It decreases the motivation to do anything positive in life because your brain is basically fooled into thinking that, hey man, I've done what I'm supposed to do. I busted my nut, so what the fuck am I supposed to do? Anything you do in life, like I said before, is to propagate your genes and leave behind your extend your lineage, basically. That you can only do that by reproducing with an ideal partner. That's why we seek money, fame, status, and power, because all of that gives us access to to better options when it comes to partners, whether in life or in romance, mostly in romance, because you want a better romantic partner, a better sexual partner. So that's exactly why you are trying to improve your socio-economic status. Otherwise, man doesn't really have the motivation to do anything productive in life. That's why if you jack off and bust a nut into a tissue paper, you lose a lot of drive that you are supposed to originally have, because your brain is fooled, again, like I mentioned before. Now, the addiction worsens as you go because your brain gets slowly desensitized. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. You basically become less and less sensitive to the dopamine that's being released. So you need to jack off more. You need to watch porn more. You need to eat more shit, and junk food basically. And that's a reason why a lot of bad habits start piling up over and over and over. It's like with drugs. That's the reason why a lot of young men are doing drugs, smoking vape, and doing a lot of shit that they're not supposed to do. They're not exercising. They're not doing the things that are supposed to be productive in life. Well, that's all because of how technology has basically made us a slave to it. It's modern slavery, basically, in a very, very tricky and very convoluted manner. Now I might possibly get cancelled for this, but hey, I need to tell the truth, right? I hope this gave you some insight into why the fuck things are not going properly in your life and what you can do to start changing your life. The thing you need to do in order to start changing your life is basically cut all the dopamine boosters from your life. That's right, you need a dopamine detox to start inducing some positive change in your life. A lot of YouTubers preach dopamine detox because number one, it gets them a lot of views. Secondly, it's because it actually works, right? You need to start regulating the amount of dopamine that goes into your brain, and you need to ensure that the dopamine comes off of good sources, not bad sources. It's like bad cholesterol and good cholesterol. You need to have good cholesterol in order to ensure that your hormones are functioning properly. You're producing proper testosterone or things like that. That's exactly the same principle. You need to have good sources of dopamine so that you actually feel productive and happy in life. You feel some sort of purpose in life. With that being said, guys, hope I'm not boring you. Hope you got a positive message out of this, and hope you have a great day. Hope you take this advice and start changing your life. Thank you.